Shifting focus to a continuous coverage of the Ukraine-Russia war. A war which many thought was unimaginable in modern Europe is set to complete 500 days today. After many twists and turns through these 15 months, the Russia-Ukraine war is still raging, taking heavy toll on the lives and the livelihoods of hundreds of thousands. Let's now take a stock of the situation and give you a roundup of all the developments that has taken place. Starting with the front lines. The positions changed dramatically in the first half of these 500 days, with Russia initially advancing on all sides, then settling in for the eastern and southern parts, and then losing substantial chunk there as well by the month of September. The positions, however, have remained largely unchanged ever since, with only a few incremental redrawing of the boundaries here and there. But don't let the maps deceive you from the real picture. While both the sides have held on to their positions for months now, the war is still raging with all its ferocity. Meanwhile, sanctions continue to disrupt Russian and the global economy, and power dynamics in the world remain in a flux. The Western nations are scrambling to give Ukraine what it needs to defend itself, but the supplies have visibly started drying out. With what little Ukraine is left with, it is now trying hard to regain its territories. Russia, on the other hand, is also suffering a drain of resources, but the Russian administration is not letting its war efforts wane. At the same time, events like the breach of a major dam on the front line and the humanitarian and the ecological disaster it triggered, they continue to shift the focus away from petty territorial gains and losses. Shortly thereafter, Russia witnessed a mutiny from its private military company, which saw anguished soldiers marching on to Moscow itself. While the authority of the man leading the war has somewhat been damaged by the coup attempt, there are no signs that it will affect Russia's intentions in Ukraine in any manner. The humanitarian efforts like the Ukraine grain deal have also lost the spotlight and are arguably doomed to irrelevance. Meanwhile, the talks for a ceasefire and peace remain elusive at best.